So today might be a day that you might want to sit out on the market. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky here with Technical Solutions. Let me go ahead and start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm looking at. This is NASDAQ, and we went back to retest our previous highs and literally got rejected within a very similar range. I don't know if you guys agree with this, but during today's live trading session with my LPP team, we brought up what happened on Wednesday, and it felt very, very similar. And I'm so grateful that I said what I said and how patient I stayed, because I would have gotten trapped at a very overbought level for the NASDAQ market. And check this out. I'm going to go back to the 1 minute, but as you can see, the market is currently selling off, forming lower highs, lower lows, but it didn't look that way right when the market opened. It looked extremely bullish, but almost too bullish, especially as we were approaching very overbought levels, yet there was no fundamental reason on why the market was gapping up. And this is something that I continued to say during today's live session. This was Thursday, obviously a very bullish day, and this was Wednesday. Very similar setup where we gapped up very quickly within a very short period of time, and then it lacked progress. Obviously, if a day is bullish, it continues to show signs of progress on the upside. But when we continue to show signs of consolidation after gapping up very, very quickly, that kind of raises a couple of red flags. And as we got rejected on Wednesday, all it did for the remainder of the day was form lower highs and lower lows and correct itself back down. If I'm not mistaken, let me go and look back on Wednesday. I think that was the day that we went back to retest that moving average. And yes, Wednesday, we went back to retest the moving average. Obviously, it's not certain that this has to happen, but today was a very similar setup. We gapped up very quickly. Now on the 1 hour time frame, we're testing our support range on the moving average. If we break below this, just like we did on Wednesday, then the possibility for us to retrace back to the moving average is pretty high. We're still above it, so again, it's still a good sign for the overall NASDAQ market. But if we do break below this, again, what am I paying attention to? A break of support below that EMA, or a valid support above the EMA to determine what side to go in. Obviously, if NASDAQ breaks below the EMA on the 1 hour time frame, then that's only more of a reason for me to add more to my position on SQQQ. As you can see, I don't have an open position right now on TQQQ other than my one lucky share. But on NASDAQ, as you can see, the more that this thing sells off, the more that SQQQ will begin to rise. And my goal is, again, just sharing my thought process with you, is if we break above, I'll add more to my position. And as we get closer to the moving average, the idea of locking in profits is going to be something that I probably really want to exercise, right? We have a lot of uncertainty just around the corner. What exactly do I mean by that? Well, next week on Tuesday is the CPI data report that I'm going to be live streaming for free 1 hour before the market opens on my YouTube channel. So you need to make sure that you subscribe. The second thing is the next day on Wednesday, June 14th, there's going to be an FOMC meeting where the Federal Reserve announces their next interest rate hike, cut, or pause. And again, I will also be live streaming that for free on my YouTube channel. Another reason to subscribe if you haven't already. Other than that, as of right now, the market is at a critical point in my opinion. You let me know down in the comment section. And anytime that it's at a critical point, especially if you're under the PDT rule, it's probably not a day that you want to be very aggressive. Therefore, going back to the original title of today might be a day that you don't want to trade, especially if direction is unclear and it's already Friday, we're already halfway through the day. So therefore, why waste time? Why waste a day trade if in reality, next week, Tuesday and Wednesday are bound to be very significant days. Now, obviously, if you're like myself and you have experience and you're not under the PDT rule, then again, still be selective. But of course, if opportunity presents itself, don't be afraid to strike. But the only thing that I wanted to share with our beginner traders is if you are under the PDT rule and you're close to using all of your 3-day trades, then knowing what's coming next week, remember, like, do you want a little slice of a pie or do you want the whole pie? Because next week, they're going to be handing out big pieces of pie and potentially the whole pie based off of how much opportunity could present itself with a drastic move based off of what is reported on Tuesday and on Wednesday. And there it goes. We have SQQQ still rising up 2.2K so far on the day. And the more that we break above, the more that will add to my SQQQ position. I'll make sure that I keep you guys up to date. Remember, if you're part of my LPP team, I post updates on what it is that I'm trading, not just during my live trading sessions, but also within the trade ideas section of our private Discord group. If you want to learn more about being able to watch me trade live and joining my LPP team, we're running our biggest sell right now. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access. And again, it's the second link in the description down below. I only work with one team. You don't have to join if you don't feel like you're ready. But if you want access to me, if you want access to my live sessions, and you want to be able to watch me trade live, then that is literally the only service that I offer. And it's the second link in the description down below. And you will not find a bigger discount than that. I promise you that. So other than that, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a direct message via Discord or via Instagram, which is also linked down below. And also don't forget to pick up your favorite items at shoptechbuds.com, which is the fourth link in the description down below. I appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.